up, guys? Andrew here, and welcome to Comicbooker, all things comics from a creator. So I just got my work permit, which means that for the first time in like over 5 years of being a student here in the US, I'm able to professionally pursue work in comics. And obviously it's a really exciting time, and it's making me very nervous because I've been holding my breath for this whole period for like this to finally happen. And now it's here. Now I can do commissions, I can pursue jobs with independent companies, I can just work my way up and finally like build a career. So it got me thinking about this thing that I read a long time ago, something that stuck with me all this time. And I think I initially read it in Neil Gaiman's blog, and I vaguely recall he was maybe talking about it being a bit of advice that was passed down to him by legendary editor Archie Goodwin. But I might be confused. I'm not super sure, and I couldn't find the article, so I'm not sure where this advice comes from. I actually think of it as a bit of folk wisdom that's passed down from freelancer to editor to freelancer and so on and so forth, generation for generation, sort of telling people how to have a career in comics. And it goes something like this. In order to have a career in comics, you need to be 2 of 3 things: good, fast, and nice. So let's break that down for a little bit, right? Good, I think, is the clearest and easiest to understand. Whatever your personal barometer is, it usually comes back to that first piece of art that inspired you to make art, that made you work all those hours to kind of reach that level. As Karen Gillan once said, the process of being good is being not good for a long time. For me, being good, or at least being good enough to make comics, means a bunch of things. One is that you can tell a story. It depends on the story you're working on, but if you're really good and you're versatile, it means you can draw people, cars, you can act, you can create believable environments, you can move the camera around in your head and just kind of like create 3D space for people to lose themselves into. So the second one is being fast. And it's all because of the nature of the comics industry. Whether you're in the manga industry in Japan or here in the US, it's the most forgiving maybe in the European idiom. But generally speaking, it's a deadline-oriented industry. And what that means is every bit of art that you do just has to be on a schedule, has to hit on a schedule if you want to make art regularly. There was this thing, I was in a fine art school for the last 5 years. And whenever I would talk to some of my classmates, especially like fine arts painting students or abstract artists, they wouldn't understand why I would want to time myself when I'm drawing. Like, can I do a page a day? Can I do a panel in an hour? Can I do a human figure in a few seconds? Can I do a quick layout or sketch? And so on and so forth. I wouldn't be obsessive about it, but I would want to know how long it would take me to execute one of these things. And that's all part of being fast. In fine arts, it doesn't matter how long you take to make a piece of art, but in comics, you need to do hundreds of drawings and images, and if you're coloring it too, basically the whole package in order to create like a single 22-page pamphlet. So being fast is really important, and that's the second thing. The third thing is being nice, and this is a thing that is really hard for many of us to wrap our heads around, and I'll explain why. I think it's because most comics creators spend most of their time like a monk in a cave or a hermit, just alone with their thoughts, working on their stuff. And it's it doesn't allow you a lot of time to practice your social skills. But being nice to work with matters in any industry. People want to work with people that they enjoy working with. So having that personality, having that gregariousness, that openness, and just being someone enjoyable to collaborate with, I think makes it easier for other people you're collaborating with. So that's the third essential thing. Okay, so being good, being fast, being nice. I've talked about all 3 things. What Neil Gaiman said, I think it was Neil Gaiman, was that you need at least 2 of these things. And just to be super clear, you can be good and fast, but not nice. You can be good and nice, but not fast. Or you can be fast and nice, but not very good. Basically, you need 2. If you only have one of these things, you might struggle to have a career. So anyway, all this to say that I hope, I'm hoping to work up to the point where I can be all three. I think a lot of my focus is on being good, and I hope it shows in my work. I know I have a long way to go, but I'm hoping my work already is at a certain level that is worth paying for. Speed is another concern because, you know, having a daily workflow that allows you to create on a dependable schedule is something that I'm still kind of figuring out. And I think I'm going to be figuring it out on the job when I start whatever my next job is. And three is being nice. And I like to think I'm nice. You know, I try to be sensitive, I try to listen, I try to be a good person to work with. So fingers crossed I can be all three somehow. And if not, if I'm not that good in people's eyes, at least hopefully I can be fast. And if maybe that fails, at least the work will be really good and I can be nice or whatever. I'm not gonna be a douche. I don't think I have that in me. I'm a little too much of a people pleaser to be like not nice. So, you know, let's hope. Anyway, long ramble, short video. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. So just remember those three things if ever you want to start a career in comics. Be good, be fast, be nice. And yeah, that's all for today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.